Wild Brawl's just released inside of Diablo Immortal, and we've said that this has been the saving grace of the game, that it brings free-to-play players together to be able to enjoy a PvP experience that is fair for all. But we have reason to question this today. I'm going to be diving into that as we dive into a Wild Brawl match of our own, which, let me go out and say right off the bat, I absolutely love the game mode. I think it's so much fun. It brings a whole different element to Diablo Immortal and allows us to play the game in a different way, which is what we've been wanting and asking for since Diablo Immortal started. But is the game mode actually free to play? Can whales and free-to-play players come together in Wild Brawl and share an experience together that is absolutely fair? Well, we have reason to doubt this because this morning I woke up to this comment from my friend Bitcoin from the server that I'm in, the Iceburn tier. Hey Echo, sorry to break it to you, but Wild Brawl is still 100% pay to win. Now, why? Why would he think that this amazing game mode is still pay to win? Well, let's find out. Because whales are still able to keep the extra effects that they get from a rank 10 5-star gem compared to just a rank 1 5-star gem. However, at least we have a chance to use a frenzy shrine to kill them and steal their gems. A person with a full rank 10 5-star gem will be way stronger than a person with a rank 1 5-star gem or 5-star gems. So I ask us, the community, and we're about to speak about this now, how do we feel about this? When you think about the whales, the big spenders that are able to rank up and attain 5-star gems and get them to a level where they do gain an advantage in game modes such as Battlegrounds, which we've complained about for a long time now. If that same system is being utilized here, would we still call it fair? Would we still say that people with 1-star gems are on the same playing field as people with 5-star gems? Or is it skewed? Bitcoin seems to believe that this is a skewed mechanic and that it's not fair. He mentions the frenzied shrine as well. That is your chance to try to get that extra boost over your opponent and shut them down, even though they may have the gem advantage over you. So the question really lies is, why haven't players been really seeing this yet? If I dive into 1 or 2 games a day, I haven't been personally encountering this. But how many games and at what point is Bitcoin beginning to see this? When are you starting to see this shift in free to play versus pay to win mechanic inside of Wild Brawl? Does it happen when you start climbing higher and higher up in the rankings on the leaderboards? Are you going to start meeting with stronger and stronger players? Am I still meeting with players that don't have solid gems? Now, keeping in mind here, the gems that I'm utilizing inside of Wild Brawl and inside of the game in general, they are all 1-star gems. 2 of them I have awakened. 2-star gems, which are all about halfway ranked up. And I'm only rocking 2 5-star gems, which are only at rank 4. Is that giving me an advantage over players that have not gotten there yet or don't have any 5-star gems? With that being said, I don't have a ton of beneficial effects from my 5-star gems because I don't have them ranked up very much. See, I was under the impression that we weren't coming into Wild Brawl with our gems all ranked up. Now it looks like we have to do a little bit of further, we'll call it science, to figure out actually if we are or not. Because we think about it this way. You go in with your build minus your stance, right? Everyone can essentially have the same build as long as you have the same essences unlocked. Then we go on in and your gear. Your gear is there. That's where you're getting your essences from. Your skills, your gear, that's fine. Secondary gear, well, that's not being in play in any way because that's what we're picking up while we try and loot and find stuff inside of the game as we are just foraging through the forest. But the cool thing about this is, let's say that we have a person with rank 10 5-star gems. We can, as a team, work together to try and take down that player, whether that happens or not. It seems to be a lot more attainable here in Wild Brawl than it does in Battlegrounds, and everything feels a lot better here than it does inside of Battlegrounds. But you can then take those gems, take that advantage that the player has, and use it to your advantage. So you could actually gain some of those beneficial effects, or at least some of that gem power and advantage. Now, all of this being said, as I mentioned, I haven't personally felt it. I played a match this morning. It's the gameplay footage that you're watching right now, and I think we did pretty well. I felt good. I didn't feel like I was overpowered by anyone. It could have totally been the matchmaking system and how it actually matched us. Maybe I was just matched with players that were not those like Bitcoin was speaking of. Maybe it was just how it all worked out. But it still has been enjoyable for me, to the point where doing my daily grind inside of the game, my bounties, the dungeons, doing a bunch of hidden layers to get some gems, just doing what we do every day to maintain above server Paragon, I haven't been able to play this game mode as much, which is disappointing to me because and it's my choice, right? Like, I could go and just play more of this and do less of the grind and catch up on the grind on another day, which is probably what I should be doing. By the way, I love these survivalist chests. But I haven't been because I want to maintain that grind and that advantage, being above server Paragon level. But this game mode is fun, and it's only here for 6 more days. Then it's going to go away, and we're going to see what type of a cadence it comes and goes with. Now, as we just went to that screen, we did notice that I am wearing my gems. I saw my Seeping Bile, which is only a rank 4, but I did see my Seeping Bile being used in there. So it seems that the gems that we have are actually being used. And I'm in a battle right now with 2 dudes. There's a yellow beast there as well, which I'm going to try and allow them to have to encounter, take a little damage there. And I'm going to come whirlwind in and try and take someone down. Look at that. When you look at the map, there's one Murdad taken down. We're going to loot all of his stuff. Yeah, it worked out pretty well. By the way, I'm happy to be back as the Barbarian and with the victory in this one. So we know that you go in with your gems. The question is, do you go in with your gems all the way ranked up? And if so, how much advantage do you gain from playing with those massive gem benefits that we've been complaining about whales having in Battlegrounds and it not allowing us to compete as regular players or free-to-play players? I still enjoy the rewards inside of the game. I still enjoy how the events go on inside of the game as well, which further assist us in our progression. Tons of rewards to be had, and it's just, in my opinion, a great mechanic. Is it perfect? Maybe not. But is it fun and something that we should all be enjoying right now? I believe that it is. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts, your experiences so far in Wild Brawl, how often you've been playing, and if you're enjoying it or if you think it needs work. Please leave all of that in the comment section below. And remember, if you enjoy this stuff, please subscribe so you don't miss out on tomorrow's video.